The potential 2024 preview is shaping up. Fox News learning Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis will visit New Hampshire next month, the state that holds the first Republican primary.
That's right. This visit coming on the heels of last week's trip to the battleground state of Iowa, along with Nikki Haley and Donald Trump. Heads there today.
Well, it makes me really excited about 2024. So it was a great thing, Lawrence, that you booked Dana Perino to come in. She's co-host for The Five and anchor, yes, of America's Newsroom. She has a lot to do, but you stopped by to see us first.
I love being here.
Don't you love this part of the races?
Yes.
This is it. And what do you think of DeSantis over the weekend and Trump coming today?
So I think that in some people's minds, this is a race between two people. Not everybody, because as you mentioned, there's Nikki Haley. We expect, I think, Senator Tim Scott likely to get in the race. Mike Pence was making a move this weekend as well. But really, I think a lot of people in their minds, they think it's between Trump and DeSantis. And in a way, when it's like that, then each candidate makes each other better. Okay, so DeSantis decides to go to Iowa for his book tour. Everybody's written a book. You're about to have one come out. Iowa's probably not on your list of book tour places. It's not a typical place to go, but it was a stop for Ron DeSantis. That's smart. Trump didn't win Iowa in 2016, but he then went to Iowa many times and solidified a really strong base of support there. And then you see all of these articles saying that Donald Trump's going to have a much more disciplined campaign this year, and he's got a great team around him, and he does. And those stories don't just show up by themselves. Somebody's pitching those stories. So that's someone on his team in the background saying, I'm going to put this turtle on a fence post and ask everybody how they think it got there.
So the Des Moines Register, they have a poll. 80% of Iowa Republicans say they have a favorable rating of Trump. 74% they have a favorable rating of Ron DeSantis. What happens here?
Well, I think one of the things about President Trump is because he had 100% name ID, he has been president, he has been in the news a lot, not as much as in the past, but he's in the news. Everybody knows him. That number for DeSantis, to me, shows he's got room to grow if he wants it. Right, so he can go there. Apparently, he had very big crowds, and now he's going to go to New Hampshire, yet another state. Another thing about Trump and DeSantis going to, and Nikki Haley being in Iowa, I think Tim Scott was there as well, probably Pence. I don't need to name them all, but it shows that Republicans are not writing off the Midwest. And a lot of Democrats sort of feel like maybe we have written off the Midwest because they're not going to do Iowa first. They're going to do South Carolina.
And they're not doing New Hampshire, and that's going to be a kick in the teeth to the people of New Hampshire who don't like Joe Biden anyway.
New Hampshire is an important state, so it's 4 electoral college votes, but as we've seen in these close presidential contests, 4 votes can mean a lot. Yeah.
Dana, season 3 of Everything will be okay.
I never thought I'd have a season.
Yes.
But I'm pretty excited about it. So Everything Will Be Okay is a podcast that goes off of the book that came out in 2021. And I just have an opportunity to talk to really interesting people who maybe had major career changes or has some challenges. We'll talk to Ben Hall. That's how we'll kick it off. We all know his story. And you know what he always says? Actually, I heard him say it the other day. Everything will be okay. Jade Warshaw works with Dave Ramsey down in Nashville. She and her husband had $250,000 of student loan debt. And they got out of it. And then I'll talk to a woman named Ashley Brown who runs the Selfless Love Foundation, and that's all about caring for foster care kids, especially the ones who age out of the system. When you're 18, if you're in the system, you're out. And over half of those kids in America become homeless. She's trying to work on that. So I'm very excited for it.
Well, it's going to be great. And are you excited for, and by the way, how do we get that?
On
your podcast.
Podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts.
It launches today.
Yes.
All right, and also, have you booked anything for America's Newsroom?
Yes, well, we booked the president at 9 a.m. Thank you very much. The president's going to be speaking about this bank situation. Charles Payne will be there to help us make sense of it all. Dan Patrick talking about what's going on at the border. Horrendous. Larry Hogan, who decided not to run for the Republican nomination. He'll be here to talk about all things sort of going on in politics.
Wow. Yeah. Dana and Bill.
Hammer time.
Right. Now, you don't have to do your tease. This was your tease, right?
Yeah, so I'm so efficient.
It's unbelievable.
All right, so watch Dana at 9. Also,
you guys have a great week.
At 5 o'clock.
Right.
And you have a great week.
And I'll see you on the 5 later.
Okay, I'll see you there. Are you on?
Yes, I'm on.
Oh, okay. Well.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.